Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, it's a Sunday catch up.
Catch up,
The catch up or the catch up?
catch up,
Catch up. There you go. The catch up.
catch up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So yeah. So we're here live and direct. My brother's come down from across,
Across, yeah.
across
We come
from.
across this east to west to east. So we come
So,
across
so he's come across.
over the bridge.
Give me a geography lesson there. So yeah, we've got some live news coming right back at you, and Eriksen.
Yeah, man.
But we'll get into that
Real.
on the other side of this music intro. Yes, a Sunday catch up live and direct from somewhere in North London. Yes, yes. Welcome back to Cannon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's just the Sunday catch up live and direct. But usually you probably see my brother like in a separate like window
Separate window
from somewhere
over
inside the
there.
space over there. But he's here with me. Can't get rid of him. Can't get rid of
Cheers,
him.
bro. Love you too. Yes, guys. I've come down just for the weekend. It's a really short travel. Um, Everybody seems to be doing stuff. And I thought, you know what? Let me go and see my wonderful brother, my mum, my sisters, and also try and connect with as many people as possible. But time is so short, and obviously we're in the Euros right now. And I thought, you know what, it'd be good to surprise my brother, but of course I couldn't surprise him because he will see me somehow. He knows where I'm coming down. So, but yeah, the Sunday catch up, live and direct from somewhere in North London, but not at the Highbury. Highbury.
Well, it's funny because we're going to be going live once we're done here.
Yeah,
We'll be going to the Emirates to do. Well, for me, it's going to be my last protest. I did say that this week. There's only so much I can do. But
yeah,
anyway, guys, the most important thing is subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, please, and do the honors. Big part of the other community here. We're making our way to 12,000, but our next target is going to be 15k.
yeah.
15k. All right, so let's get into this one. Like I said, in the before the bump, we'll call it the bump. Eriksen, Christian Eriksen, oh my goodness, remains in stable condition. Yeah, his team. I tell you what, I arrived from my mum's house, turned on the TV. I was thinking, what's happened to the Denmark versus Finland?
Yeah, Denmark versus Finland, Euro tie. Yeah, I was well, our sister, and myself was watching it, and then I put my head down. And next thing, the guys on the ground, and the coach, one of the players actually signaled to the referee. The referee managed to get the medics on the pitch really quickly,
Mm,
and within seconds, we all felt that this situation had escalated to a really nightmare situation for any player, for anyone, um, and to the medical team to act that quickly and to preserve his life, and the teammates as well. The teammates showed that's how you show
mm. Unity,
leadership
innit?
and unity.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, and both set of fans as well.
Coming
Chant his
together and
name
yeah,
at the end. But yeah, there's more things like you always say, and there's more things to life in football. When that kind of thing happens,
mm,
it puts things in perspective. But
yeah,
he's on the road to recovery. That's the most important thing as well, and his
yeah.
family.
So anyway, yeah. So we send the Eriksen family, all our best wishes. Thank goodness he's
Mm,
in a stable condition. And there was somebody posted a photo of him having the mask on. So yeah, but I've no doubt we'll keep an eye on that. And like my brother said, there are more important things in life than gassing on talking about a footy match. But anyway, let's go on to the second part I want to talk about, which was yes, Fabregas. Who remembers Fabregas? I do. Former Arsenal captain of Fabregas says that Alexander Heb was one of my brother's actually favorite players. Was one of the most underrated players ever played alongside in his career. The Spanish midfielder, currently at the Liga One Giants and Monaco, has played alongside some all-time greats in a superb career at Arsenal. But he says that Alexander Heb was one of the most underrated players to play at Arsenal. Ralph.
yeah, Yeah, that team he was in, I said that the team he was in with Riziki, it was him, Riziki, Flamini, Fabregas. That was the definitive attacking, but it's ticky tacky
Mm.
football. The only thing that I felt that there were some kind of weakness is the fact that they didn't have the presence, they didn't have the height. They're all about 5'6", 5'8".
No one was over. Well,
No
yeah,
one's
no
over
one's over
6 foot.
6 foot. Mm.
Yeah, but
Mm.
all technically gifted. Kleb, he was that granite type player. He was very hardened,
Mm.
and I remember a couple of matches he played against, especially against Bolton. No matter what kind of tackles went in, he was taking it in. He was just saying, "Well, okay, is that all you've got?" You know what I
Mm.
mean? But yeah, he was one of my favorite players, and I felt that that midfield at the time deserved to win the Premiership, but as we know, it went sideways after Birmingham.
Mm. But it's funny. I've just seen a quick comment there from Static. Morning, Static, one of our newly appointed moderators. You're right. He did actually regret making a move to Barcelona, and I think when he had the meeting with Arsene Wenger, he was in tears. But again, the grass is not always greener on the other side, is it, Ralph?
No, no.
Should have stayed, man.
But I can understand any young player. If you remember that the same thing happened to Fabregas. It was Fabregas's
Really?
span. Yeah, it was when he went to do it was what's he went to the Spain training camp to do I think it might have been like a group qualifier, and some of the Barcelona teammates were were teasing him, and I think one of them actually put like a Barcelona top.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember. I remember that.
and
I remember.
even the
Yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
manager was saying to him that he should be thinking about, if you're thinking about playing for Spain, you've got to think about playing for a bigger team,
Mm,
because Barcelona were that team at that time as well. So it's quite easy to get swayed from your peers, and you're thinking, long term wise, what if we're not going to win the Premiership. Um, One of my dream, I think actually Fabregas did say one of his dreams was to play for Barcelona.
his
So
boy club.
they came in and they took him, and he's done bits for him. And Claire probably thought, well, if Cesc has gone there and there's interest, maybe I can do the same thing. But like you said, sometimes the grass isn't always greener.
How many seasons anyway did Claire play for Arsenal? Not more than
I
three.
think three. I
Three
think
seasons.
yeah. I think about 3 seasons.
Ah, dear. Let that be a lesson to you. All you the grass is not
Because
always greener, man. I tell you, God, dear me, man.
I was going to come with some analogy, but I shan't. It's too early.
All right, next player. Well, actually, it's a bit of transfer news kind of thrown in the mix. Donny van der Beek. My goodness, yeah. This report says that Arsenal have made contact with out of favour star. Yeah, Donny van der Beek. Domestic rivals Arsenal have reportedly made contact with Manchester United Chiefs over a possible summer transfer of their midfielder. I mean, goodness. Again, the grass not always green, is it, Ralph?
No, and it's paper talk as well.
Mm.
I mean, here we go again. Like you say, crazy season. We're linked with more players. I think somebody actually put on Twitter that it won't be long before Jesus Christ is going to be linked with us as well. So yeah, it's all talk. Like we said often enough on this platform, we want to see players leaving. You know, we took a hit. We're taking a hit with Granit Xhaka. Is
Yeah,
that's all
yeah,
official now?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
and the next one is Bellerin.
Mm, no, next one would be Guendouzi, who's
Well,
agreed
yeah,
personal terms, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
we're hoping because we did a poll. The poll I'll talk about a little bit later
Okay.
on, but yeah.
What about the W man?
Well, he's out in the States prospecting.
Prospecting.
Yeah,
Well, he's
looking
actually
for.
digging digging goals. You
He's looking
see.
for a property, isn't it? Because he's linked to a MLS club, isn't it?
Okay, well,
So.
that's promising then. We're keeping it light. We're not being vindictive or anything. We've just been positive. But if he's prospecting, then we hope he finds what he's looking for.
Grass is not always greener.
Yeah,
Should have
but
said at Chelsea. But anyway.
yes.
And the last bit of news is in regards to the Invincible. Arsenal legend approached over a managerial job in England despite role in a potential Gunners takeover. Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira is reported a target for Bournemouth. Man, wasn't Thierry Henry also linked to that job?
Well,
I think, yeah,
was
I'm
he?
sure he was linked to that job at Cherries, Ralph. Anyway, the Cherries were linked with Vieira in the past and have now moved for him again, according to the Daily Mirror. Oh, then it's true then.
Oh, dear Lord.
Patrick Vieira possibly going to Bournemouth.
I
I
can't see
can't
it.
see it.
I
Can't
can't
see
see
it.
it.
Can't see it. Can't
It's
see it.
and how could he be potentially linked with Bournemouth if we're gonna have Daniel Ek as a potential
But,
owner,
but
and Daniel Ek has come to him and Bergkamp and Henri about the potential of his ownership.
yeah, but what role? What role are these individuals going to have anyway, Ralph? What role?
I think more advisory. I can't see them as well advisory stroke maybe technical coaching staff.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can't
But
see anything else.
you can still hold down the manager's job, can't he?
At Bournemouth, there's
Yeah.
conflict of interest.
How's it a conflict of interest? They're not in the Premier League.
They're not in the Premier League,
Yeah.
but you've got Premier League, but you've got Premier League. If your interest is in one club,
Yeah.
and yet you're in one club, but yet want to train another club, or you
Yeah.
become a manager of another club, I'm sure that's a
I don't think so,
conflict of
Ralph.
interest.
They're in different leagues. If they were both in the Premier League, then there might be a conflict of it, but I can't see it, Ralph.
I don't know. I think that if you either manage a team or you own a team,
Yeah.
but you can't have interest outside. Well, right. So Premiership, and you're
Yeah.
saying Championship.
Yeah. But
Uh,
in regards to Arsenal, it's on an advisory role, Ralph. It's not like he's going to be part of the board or coaching staff. It's just in an advisory role. He can do that. There's no conflict of interest there.
I don't know. I think there's a bit of a mud in the waters for
I
me.
don't think so. But anyway.
We're not going to fight.
Yeah.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Right, so those have been the live segments of live news on Canafoy TV from our perspective. We're going to go in the live chat and see who has joined us on this particular one. And go right to the top. I can see. You want to read it?
All right, Alex and Canon for the TV live today. First time I caught a live show this week.
Hmm.
Fire it up, Alex. I can't wait. That's from Colin
Nice
Young.
one, Colin. Nice one, Colin. Tamina says, any news on Ruben Neves to Arsenal? No, it's just much more of the same. The bid is still currently around £34 million. There's been no movement that I can see anyway. Yeah, that is it. Static. Good morning, Static. Static. Hey, Alex and Alex. Alex's bro.
Thank you, Static. There you go. Well gone, Alex and Ralph and the Cannon Fodder TV family. That's from Monty. Well gone, Monty.
Yes.
You see, I'm live and direct now. I'm live and direct with this one. I'm live and direct.
Even with this one. Cheeky. Hey, Alex and Ralph. Okay, nice one. And Monty says, please give a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new here. Who else do we have? Terry Waits.
Hey, hi, Alex and Ralph. Who's mum's favourite? There's no answer. Even Alex will tell you there's no answer. It can only be.
There can be only one.
There can only be
says
one.
Highlander. So without respect to Denmark players, get well soon, Eriksen. Yeah, man, with a shadow of a doubt. I mean, they were in tears. I mean, my wife was saying to me, but they should have got on there a lot quicker. But the medical staff, they got on there very, very quick, didn't they?
There were seconds. And I think also the fact that when you have that kind of equipment and you've got a defib as well, like I was saying to Alex earlier, that I remember a couple of years back the government was pushed into making sure that certain sporting venues and certain places of work have a defib, because I think the ratio, if there isn't a defib, you've got a 7% chance of survival through CPR. If you do have a defib, your chances go up to 70%. So that's how important it is to have a defib.
No, I thought from what I saw, they acted quite quickly. So
yeah, and he's still with us.
Yeah, thank goodness. Hello, what a player. Respect to him. He said he immediately regretted leaving Arsenal too soon for Barcelona.
There you go. Grass isn't always greener.
Nah, man. Yeah, regretted. Nino, 1983.
Yeah, so totally agree. He said his biggest regret was going to Barca. And the thing is that when you go to Barca, as much as they say, yeah, come to us, and you're gonna be figuring in. It depends on the lineup. You're sat on the bench, and after about 2 or 3 matches, you're thinking like, normally I would have been playing first team football if I stayed where I
But
was.
when you think about it before you go there anyway.
Depends who you listen to. If your agent says, for example, yeah, go, because at this age, I mean, when did he go? He wasn't 30.
No,
He
he
was about
wasn't
26, 27. I would have thought.
mid-20s, isn't it?
Yeah. So you that's just the thing. I've always said this, if you remember, that some of these young players who went to Man City or they went to Chelsea, they may have won something,
Mm,
but how important would it have been if they did it at the Arsenal?
mm.
And would there have been more legendary status if they did it at the Arsenal than would they have won it?
But did he win Champions League with Arsenal?
I believe he did.
So
Yeah, but I think no matter if you missed out on that, or
mm,
you missed you won that, but I still feel that when you win the Premiership, it means as if you've done the marathon, you've done the hard work.
mm.
The Champions League, we're still waiting. If no matter who you won it with, I feel there's still some kind of like lack. You still feel, oh, I wish I could have done it with Arsenal, because now I know how
But,
it feels to win it with this
but I
team.
think the reason why he regretted it was because the group of players we had at that time, it was more like a family. Whereas,
Yeah,
like, so
yeah.
when of course, he won the Champions League, but
But it wasn't. It was just a bunch of individuals.
exactly, and he
Yeah,
probably spent most of the time on the bench as well, isn't it?
yeah,
The
yeah.
grass is not always greener, my
Mm.
friends. Okay, Monty says, Eriksen, are all prayers with you and make a quick recovery. There goes one for you, Ralph.
Ralph, Kleb is way better than Xhaka.
Oh,
No offense
yeah,
to anyone that likes Xhaka. Listen to me. Listen to me. How you
Oh,
can put
dear.
Xhaka and Kleb in the same sentence? You know, Kleb is. I'll bring Kleb now. You know what I
He
mean?
hasn't retired yet, has he?
No, I
He's
don't
still
think it's.
playing.
Yeah,
He's still
I'll
playing.
bring him in, because he will show the midfield how to run the midfield. Oh dear Lord. Yeah. What a player. What a
Oh
player.
dear, we could do him now, man. To be
Mm.
honest, oh dear. Right. So give me a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
What do we have here?
From Stag. Ralph, that was during the Euro 2008 celebration when Spain won it. I remember Pollo, Reina, and I think
PK.
PK forced a shirt on him. That really off, as Fabregas was ambushed. Yeah, he was,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was
I
a
remember.
he was a very young, talented player. I still remember that match he played against for the Champions League against Juve at Highbury, and all the talk was, Vieira has left, and he's coming back to his home ground, and it's the young pretender.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Fabregas, and Fabregas actually laid a goal for Henry, and he scored. He was the youngest player to score for Arsenal in the
Yeah.
Champions League, and I was thinking, that's it, we're on our way. This is he had everything. He had everything in his pocket, and yeah, those three players, they knew it. They knew, what, actually, let's just do it. They didn't do it subtle. It was like, yeah, here's the shirt. You're gonna come play for us.
Yeah, I remember.
You know.
Poor thing, man.
Yeah.
Poor thing. Colin says, good lord, not Van der Beek. Come on. That's just paper talk, isn't it? Silly season.
Yeah,
Silly season.
The criticism was totally unfair to Fabregas. It's not like he put the shot on himself. Come on.
Yeah. Has the Miguel Aziz contract been worked out, or are we losing? I think I'm kind of reading between the lines. The fact that he's cut his locks off. I think he's posted something on his Instagram account, like new challenges.
Okay.
I think it might be that we're probably going to be losing Miguel Aziz, but I haven't heard anything to the contrary of that actually. But
we'll keep our eyes and ears open.
Yeah. Site says 12 likes. Thumbs up. Smash the likes, people.
That's Gail from Birmingham. I don't believe anything until the ink is dry on the contract. We are linked to every man and his dog. Paper Talk is living in fairyland. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gail. Yeah, every time, every season. I as I said to you before, I used to get them the Arsenal magazine. It used to come out like once a month, and then you see that some of the players. And I think, you know what, actually, maybe if we're linked with this player, we've got this player coming in, and then you read the papers, and the papers were the biggest.
Yeah.
They still are.
Yeah.
Not so much now, I think, because
CFAX.
CFAX.
Not CFAX.
CFAX.
Newspapers, CFAX.
Yeah, the guy down the road. Yeah, linked to everyone. We were linked to everyone, and we end up getting no one. We've got some youngster.
Well, it shows nothing has changed, Ralph, isn't it?
No.
It's changed, man. Okay. Connie says, I haven't seen that Antonio Conte signed up anywhere. Yeah, he's still available, isn't he? Colin, I know you're dying for him to be at Arsenal. Like I said, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon, whether I'm Arteta in or out. And I think Ralph as well. We're not going to get in that debate, man. No. Tim Miller says, have Arsenal been linked to any other transfer? Well, we're linked to all the transfers. Everything. Every player, Arsenal's linked with.
You can get any newspaper, look online, listen, and you find that there's so many players that we should be linked up with. The potential of midfield, the potential of a new goalkeeper, potential of up front, all potentials, all potentially. But at this moment in time, we'll wait until they actually hold the shirt. That's my take. The other take on it for me is the fact that I said before, we need to get rid of players. Get rid of players, because then it shows that we've got an intent of getting somebody fresh in, and Arteta's like 11 and the maybes will become more solidified.
And it's funny actually, because Ralph's at my house. We've just been watching 89 again.
Always.
For the 20th time. It's just the insightfulness, man. George Graham, man.
It was ruthless.
You have to be.
He was, and this is the thing. I said that I don't think currently we have a manager who is ruthless. He probably potentially can be if he wants. I think he can be angry and disappointed. But to say, for example, like I said to Alex earlier, Aubameyang, for example, turning up late for North London derby.
You pick on him.
I would have. George Graham would have said, "Okay, son. So you're a bit late. I'll talk to you later." The game will go on, and in the meantime, George Graham will be saying, "Right, so who can we sell him to?" Because he doesn't. Yeah. He will not have entertained that at all, and that's what's systemic in this club. The fact that we've allowed certain standards to drop, and we've okayed it because it's okay. It's a one-off. You can't be late for a match.
North London derby, man. Of all
the matches, of all matches, or any match. But that for us is like almost like a sackable offence.
Tim Miller says, hi Alex and Ralph, and hi to you. Hope your family's keeping well. Ron Niles from the Caribbean says hello.
Hello. Colin Young, seriously, we can give this transfer window all the business linked to everyone and everything. Let's say we get them for fun. Is that
Pepetta?
Pepetta Light is still
8th. maybe.
Oh, Pepta is Pep Arteta.
Yeah.
Pep Arteta Light is still 8th. Maybe worse. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe just trying to change the narrative for now. And maybe just going on forward, most of our viewers and subscribers, who or what do you think we need to start doing in order for us to get to? But you're saying that we're not going to make top 4.
No, we're not going to make top 4.
Okay. No. So what would it take for us to get to top 4? Potentially, if we could do it for next season. If I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I know you're saying about those other teams. If for example we could say, right, in order to get top 4, we need to do X, Y, and Z. What do you reckon it would be?
First of all, we need a new owner.
Okay.
That's the first thing. The second thing we need is a good network of scouts who look for a particular type of player, which is going to take time, Ralph.
Okay.
And that's the third thing. We need time.
And the last thing?
That's it. Those 3 things.
Those 3 things.
Okay. A new owner, the excellent scouting network, and time.
Okay.
Those things are not going to happen overnight, Ralph.
All right. So if we can throw it out there and see.
Well, okay. Well, maybe we can put it as a poll, actually.
Yeah.
There you go. So you can answer the question. So, what 3 things or what?
Yeah. What 3 things do you think that Arsenal need to do in order to potentially get higher than eighth?
Now, you what? Higher than 8th, or you mean into top 4?
Well, I'm going to be ambitious. I say top four. I don't like the fact that of where we are. It shows where we are it shows what we've done previously, but to get to where we're going to get to, what are the progressive steps in order for us to get up there? So if you're saying to get a new owner, realistically speaking, how soon would can we transition from a new owner? How long is that process going to take?
How
If
long's a
we,
piece of string?
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I also add in that money as well, investment.
Hmm. So yeah, so if we and still keep the manager in for another season, like we said before, we're not gonna. I've been there before. I've been there before. I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm not gonna
I'm
do it
not
this
falling for
time.
that, Ralph, man.
The door was open.
I'm not falling for that. Shall we go on?
Yeah, let's go for it. It's like, Ralph, it was the way you said it before about Kleb and Xhaka. Okay, sorry.
They're miles. They're 2 different planets, man.
Yeah,
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 no, there's no comparison there, man.
no.
Apart from they both played in the midfield
Mm.
and they play for Arsenal. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good
I
afternoon.
hope all is well.
Assembled.
Everything is well.
It's all good.
Assembled. Monty's remind us, check out the
Monty,
merch
get the merch.
description box and make a purchase if you're able to do so. You can also make a painless donation to your friendly local podcast or using a super chat. Pow.
You're using sound effects. I'm glad you use it. I'd rather use power than the. Actually, my grandma has been linked to Arsenal. Apparently, her Zimmer frame can act as a third man.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Actually, D, come on, man.
you know what? If his grand was eligible and she can play in midfield, then it just goes to show the levels that
Is this what it's come to? Oh my goodness. Gordon says, I'm going to be excited right up until I have to suffer. Well, Cron, we don't need to suffer, man.
No, don't suffer, please. Like I said before, there's more more important things, but sometimes you have to put it is frustrating.
It is very frustrating,
especially when you see the levels where we used to be. But now we need to start pushing a bit further forward.
Nixon says, hello, team. How many Arsenal players participated in the Euro 2021? Or 2020, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who possibly Arsenal can sign this summer transfer window? I'm not, again, it's for me, it's not about signing players. It's about the summer transfer window, who Arsenal can get rid of.
If I can put a spin on that.
But it's 2-part, isn't it? He said how many players are participating in.
Okay, so TNE
Mm-hmm.
for Scotland. Saka potentially. I don't know if Saka's going to be featured much for England.
I don't think he'll play much.
Recently, Xhaka played the other day.
I'll say nothing.
Well, he's on his way out and he's gone. Who else is there?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
You're gonna scroll quickly to find out.
Yeah, find it very, very quickly.
I don't think of 2 so far. We'll continue. We'll get into that. The second part, who possibly Arsenal can sign this summer transfer, like Alex says. We're always looking for players to exit the door rather than someone coming in. Everyone's screaming for more players to come in, but we need to get these players off the players are in on the transfer bill. Oh, Leno. Okay.
Only 3.
Well, is Leno main goalkeeper?
Yeah, for Germany. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is he?
I don't know. I thought it was the guy who plays for Bayern Munich, who's.
Yeah, but anyway, there's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not many Arsenal players. maybe that might go in our favour then for next season. Everyone would be too tired for the Euros. Yeah. So and another thing I believe is the fact that the players that show up for the Euros or World Cup, they use that as a platform to elevate themselves to move away from their clubs. But it's not always guaranteed that that form is going to be continued in the Premiership, because we know what the Premiership like. The Premiership is very much a marathon. Some of these players that come from the Liga, Serie A, their pace is a lot different to our pace. And although they may be more technically gifted, how many of them would fancy a wet Wednesday versus Aston Villa or versus Wolves or Leeds?
This current squad, not many.
Well, there you go.
Not many.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just reminding everyone's watching now. Let's get the likes up, please.
Cool. Let's tell you, wait, Alex and Ralph, watch it again.
I'm fourth
in the Conga.
What is this? The 89, a documentary. Is that what you're saying? Was there a Conga? I think it was.
Was that at the end when they went to the pub?
Because you remember you were saying to me, Alexander.
Oh yeah, he was on the bus. No, he was on the top of a. I'm not sure if it's a bus shelter or something, but one of our guys who used to play cricket with, Alexander, wicked bowler. He's his family's from Egypt. He's an Egyptian. In the '89 documentary, he's the guy. He's got like what's the name of this kind of
bucket hat.
Bucket hats.
Yeah.
Bucket hat and a scarf. He always carried an Arsenal scarf. Even during the summer, he had an Arsenal scarf. That's how devoted to Arsenal he was. But we saw him, and I said, "That's Alexander." But if you're tell you wait, fourth in the Conga, we'll be watching that.
Yeah.
We keep an eye out for that. Yeah. That sounds a claim to fame.
Yes, it does. That is my claim to fame. So we'll check out for that. Saka to score the winner against Croatia. Incoming, says Ron. He's got to be picked to start, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it's Grealish and who else?
I don't know.
I was watching. So much have been a fan.
By the way, I'm not supporting England. I couldn't care less whether they win or. And I'm not going to be doing any watch-alongs either. Monty, because Monty's like, what are you doing?
Monty said, "Come on, we need to do a watch-along."
I feel like Fabregas been putting a shirt on.
Yeah, come put a shirt on. You're coming with us. Colin Young says, "Welcome, Static, the moderator. The bar keeps getting higher here on California TV. Did Ashley and Monty tell you there's no banning Colin?" Does that sound like they were trying to gang up on Colin to try and get him banned or something? Colin's thinking like,
that is funny, man.
What's going on? Because my comments are not being read.
Okay, that is funny, man. That is a funny one. God, dearie me. Lots of transfers and a new owner.
There we go. So that's
but he just mentioned two things: lots of transfers and a new owner. Colin, one change ownership, two change the money.
Free the children. There we go.
Okay. I'm not getting into that one.
You're not changing. We leave that one. What's that? Is that still $50 or 50 cents or 50 euros?
Well, I mean, from Colin it's $50.
Okay.
$50, and from Don Arthur it's £50.
Okay.
You're going to be keeping the money, man. Keep the money. Keep the money, man. Gail says, sorry.
As well as a creative midfield player, we need an enforcer in the midfield who gives no quarter. You know what? I was reading about Jack Wilshere. Says Fabregas said that
I was going to feature that, but I didn't get to read it.
Oh,
what
okay.
is?
He was saying how he believes that Jack Wilshere, if he was that potential player that could have been a legend. I think that I remember El Tel saying that how he always will go into pockets of space and tackle and did tackles that he didn't necessarily needed to do. Hence the
Yeah.
reason why his injuries
Injuries.
were more prevalent. I feel like every team does have like a midfielding force, as it were.
But we don't.
No, we just say, "Oh, go ahead and play." I
Mm.
mean, I was thinking that Xhaka was meant to be that kind of player, wasn't he? But that never
Yeah.
ever materialized. So.
Yeah. Terry says we need to sort it out quick. Can't afford to be out of Europe for too long.
That is a scary aspect. Is the fact that when you are out of Europe or any kind of like league standing,
Mm.
then mediocrity tends to set in. Then, and if it's if you have a manager who shows lack of vision and the board shows lack of vision,
Mm.
then it's a slow plummet down the order. So yeah, we have to be very, very careful at this time. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible. I understand. I mean, like Alex mentioned earlier, we're going to go to the stadium. It'd be the first time I walked around the stadium since I walked around the stadium last year, just by chance before
Last
COVID.
year.
Not last year, year
Year
before
before.
last. Year before last. There's a couple of projects Alex and I wanted to work on, but of course, COVID put a stop to that, and it's trying to restart that now. But for me to walk around the stadium and we can only do what we can do, and that's what Alex always says. Do what you can in order to keep your voice heard. I still don't buy any of the merchandise, and it's whatever you can do at this moment in time, just go ahead and do it. Do it in the positive way, of course. But yeah, it's a challenge, and it's rather frustrating as well, because I would have thought at this moment in time it would give a bit more pace. But now we've got the Euros, it's another distraction,
Yeah.
and then we've got this wonderful Florida Cup.
What's that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a cup, but to me, it just goes to show that what the owners are doing is trying to sidetrack, because they know that if we are more focused as a group,
Mm.
then it'll make their lives more palatable. So it is what it is, isn't it? Arsenal fans, do what you can.
Mm. Okay, Monty's reminding thank you, 25 Gooners. So we appreciate your time
Cool.
and interaction on this wonderful channel. Shall we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right, so we'll take a quick break, take a pause for the cause. I'm going to show the membership promotional video. If you wanted to be a member, if you want to know what it meant to be a member, this video explains everything you need to know what it means to be a member on Canon Fodder TV. So see you on the other side of this promo video. Hi, and welcome back to Canon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Well, this is a special video introducing our new membership scheme. Membership scheme, I hear you say? Yes, YouTube have allowed all content creators to have a membership scheme, and it's open to all our subscribers. Let me just get one thing straight right about now. All the content that you've been seeing for the last 2.5 years will remain to be free. So that's the Voice of Reason, that is the live shows, the broadcasts, the easy talks, all those content there is going to remain to be free. Okay, so I've got it off my chest. With the membership scheme, you get certain perks. With those perks, you'll get to see behind the scenes footage that probably nobody's seen before. Maybe, I'm not sure if you want to see. You also get early release of certain videos. And of course, with the player profile videos, where you ask us to do a video on a specific player, we'll give you a shout out, we'll mention you, and that'll be literally earmarked as if it was a present from us to you. With those formats there and the perks, they will come with a small price to be paid for the month. So with the lower level, which is going to be a bronze canon, you'll get the shout out in the live chats, and also with the chat, if you are a member, it will go right to the top of the page that we must and we will mention you. And you also get like a free emoji and GIF with that as well. With the silver canon, again, you'll get all behind the scenes footage, all the bloopers, all the things that we've tried to keep away from you. Yeah, there'll be a small price to be paid for that. That's roughly standing at £4.99. It will vary from country to country. So wherever you're on the way, there'll be a slight difference in that. And like I said, we're trying to maintain the future of Canon 4 TV across the whole platform. So by all means, we would love you to be a part of the membership scheme there. There are going to be perks, including discounts for all the merchandise currently running on Canon 4 TV. So that is the reason why we're doing the membership scheme. Again, you don't have to join it. All the content I'm going to repeat will remain to be free. But part of the membership scheme, you'll have all those perks there. Again, there's going to be a free Q&A live session with me and maybe my brother every Thursday. You also get early footage of early releases. And of course, you'll get the discount as well as all the bloopers and the behind the scene footage right here on this lovely channel, which is called Canon 4 TV. So we would love you to be part of the membership scheme. Please, the video is up and running now, and it's free to all the subscribers, all the viewers that's ever viewed Canon 4 TV. So for myself, Alex, and of course for my brother and Monty and everyone from Canon 4 TV, welcome, please, to the membership scheme on Canon 4 TV. Yeah, so there you go. If you ever want to, what meant to be a member on Canon 4 TV, behind the scenes footage, discounts on merch, and
merch.
So as well as looking for the word join, which should be next to the subscribe button, you can look in the description box. Look in right there. It's got a link, and actually, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So do it. Do it now. Do it now. Let's go back into the live chat. Alrighty, now I've lost my point of reference. Oh, well, we're here, weren't we? Yeah. So Static has just said, Colin Young, hey, yeah, thank you. It's an honour because he's our newly appointed moderator.
Yeah, I did see from last week. So good man.
There you go.
Only Leno left. Yeah, I think that's because or is it a kind of like what's the word I'm looking for?
What's that?
Is he thinking that well, Scotland's going to be out,
Oh,
England's
right.
going to be out, so it's only going to be Germany because Germany always tends to.
Okay, understood.
Colin Young, whoa! Why did my autocorrect change fodder? I have to ban the autocorrect.
Well, we can't ban software, can we? We can only ban people.
Is he trying to look?
I don't know what he's trying to do.
Static.
Go on.
Go on, you go.
Alex, Ralph, where do you guys think Arsenal will finish next season? Prediction is 8th again. 8th.
Alex says 8th.
Yeah.
I said that I'm gonna wait until the end of the transfer window before I give my prediction, because I'll be rather either disappointed, which the trend hasn't really disappeared, or maybe I'm not gonna be excited. And just wait and see. What is it that will make the owners actually sit up? Which we know the owners don't really sit up. What's Arteta's going to do in terms of the players that he's decided to beg to stay, as he has done on like about 4 occasions.
Yeah.
4 occasions, and all 4 players have pretty much gone. So hopefully now he might start realizing, actually, I better start investing in the youngsters. If I'm not going to get any players in, we haven't moved as many players as we should have done, then maybe I should start investing in the youngsters. But get all the business done before our first pre-season match or whatever it is, before anything kicks off. So I'll wait and see.
Ashley says, I think there are only players in the Euros are Granit Xhaka, Kieran Tierney, Neno, and Bukayo Saka. 4 players, 4 Arsenal players. Colin says, hopefully 2 of these names disappear soon, Ashley.
Which 2? Or do we already know?
Do you want to read this one, Ralph?
Yeah. Ashley D says, that's how low standards our team is now. Before, half would be playing for England and the other half for France. I remember England playing a friendly and it was basically Arsenal versus Arsenal. Yeah. back then, way back.
It's a change, man. Tony Waite says, I think there's only 2 Arsenal players playing in the Euro, so the rest of our players are rubbish, not good enough to play in the Premiership.
Taking no prisoners, Terry.
All right,
Yes,
yeah,
89.
89. Okay, all right. Look out for the Congo.
Fourth in the Congo.
Yeah, but when? Where was? We need to check it out, isn't it? So it will be
Oh,
towards the end, isn't it?
excuse me. Excuse me. That came out.
Sutton says, hey man.
Hey man, do Arteta
Is Arteta aware
aware of what the fans complain each every day and are getting Busuma or what?
Well, we won't be getting a Bissouma. For me, it's not going to happen. Paper talk, silly season.
Yeah.
Arteta is aware. He has actually said, in regards to social media, that everyone has a right to their opinion. So he is aware. Yeah.
Do you think that Arteta could be? Is he like hurting in the sense that where he wants the team to be and where the team is at this moment in time? He knows there's a massive gulf, and he's trying to like close that kind of gap. Do you think it's hurting?
Yeah, because he said, didn't he? One of the press conferences that some of the players they've not been given their best. So yeah, of course he is, Ralph. Of course he is.
From a professional point of view,
what he's willing to do about it, and what the board are
willing to back up if they will. But I don't think Try and be forward. Try and think forward and be positive. Monty says apparently El Neni has been very happy with the progress Partey is making during shooting training, where he has been giving him tips. Now he's keeping the ball within the stadium.
We're able to retrieve the ball.
Yeah. Damn it, Partey! That's about the 15th ball has gone outside the stadium.
That's a funny one.
That's a good one. Nice one, Monty.
We do not ban Colin, but there should be a monthly timeout. Last leave it up to you actually to decide amongst the moderators, man.
Saka will be fit midweek and ready to go from GW2 onwards in the Euro.
Oh,
group. Is that group?
Well, that is
GW2 onwards in the Euro 2020. Okay. Fit midweek.
Okay.
So
because he sustained a hip injury, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Mm.
But he said, I want us to protect this player and to put him in. I was having a conversation with Alex about England earlier, and I said that how Wales have done as they always do. Nobody really tips them, and they don't care. But what Wales did, although Switzerland had a lot of chances to put them away, Wales kept in there, and you don't want to lose your first match. I don't want England to lose their first match, but it's against Croatia. I think it's a match too soon. If we can draw it, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be ecstatic. But I think Croatia with Modric, there's a few players in there that although there's a few players from the World Cup that are no longer in the team.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean to say that's
Croatia. They're a good team.
Yeah, they are a good team.
I think Modric is like.
It's like 34,
something like that, isn't it?
I think it's 34, and he's still pulling it about a bit. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a tough match, and I feel that if England don't win or at least draw the match, then they're going to be under the cosh because you still got Scotland. It's always going to be a tough match, and you've got Czech Republic as well. And Czech Republic, again, there's a couple of these teams like dark horses.
Yeah.
Turkey was meant to be a dark horse, but if you saw the way Italy took Turkey apart, then. But again, it's not the first. It's the first match. It's not.
And as well, like I said to you on the way here, you don't want your team to be peaking too soon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Terry says, enjoying you two. It's like 1 minute, Bonnie and Clyde. Next to Bonnie.
Good night from me.
Good night from him.
Bonnie and Clyde, though. What?
Terry, what's going on, man? Bonnie and Clyde. Is it true that Arsenal has set a fee for Leno transfer? I saw that. That was something I was going to talk about, but there's only so much we can talk on the show. But I'll be covering that Leno situation tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Are you is it a morning segment you're doing tomorrow?
It'll be an afternoon because I'm going to be back in my basement tomorrow.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll cover that tomorrow.
Monty, don't buy match day tickets.
Yeah.
Don't buy Arsenal official merchandise. Don't watch BT or Sky. Hashtag Cronky out. Hashtag don't feed the parasites. There you go. Simple things that every fan could do.
Yeah.
And I know that when we go to the stadium today, we probably would see one or two people going in
without a shadow of doubt.
to buy the merchandise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to them. I'm gonna.
No, you're not. Don't do that, man.
How you doing?
Don't do that, man.
No. I'll be escorted out. I'll be like,
And actually, Elto reminded me of this, that it is.
Oh, it's membership time. Wow.
Yeah.
Would there be a significant drop in membership?
Dang, actually, always tough. I was extremely happy when your grandma was linked to us, though.
That's only one positive news we can say.
It's bonus. What's going on in the live chat? Bonus points.
Okay. They've got something going on, haven't they? Yeah, I'm from Denmark. Saw it live, Albert. Okay. Yeah.
Shall we? Let's review the news from the perspective of Canon 4 TV as of today, and quite rightly topical. Eriksen, do you actually want to talk about what happened with Eriksen? Or?
No, it's fine. I mean, you can cover it.
Okay, yeah. So Christian Eriksen, as most of you probably will know, collapsed during the game. I think just before halftime. I arrived home thinking, oh, I'll probably catch maybe the last 15, 20 minutes. But no, what's going on? So when I switched through the channels, I saw that he actually collapsed. He went into cardiac arrest. And you got to give the officials and the players so much respect because they reacted immediately. They realized there was no one around him. He collapsed forward, as I understand it.
Yeah. I believe so.
But he's now stable. He's stabilized. Apparently, he was speaking to his teammates from his hospital beds, and lo and behold, they continued the match.
Yeah. But of course, their game wasn't really. Their heads weren't really in the game.
Yeah.
But it's great that both sets of fans called out his name as well. So that's comforting also.
And the second bit of news we were talking about was Alexander Heb. Apparently, Fabregas rates him as the most underrated player that he played alongside at Arsenal. Right, one of our favourite players.
It's a shame.
And then when he went to Barcelona, quickly regretted it. The grass is not always greener on the other side, people.
I'll tell you one thing, just to add into that, for any Arsenal player who probably may skip past our channel, as it were, I feel that the best progression for you is to earn your stripes at the club, win a premiership at the club. FA Cups we've got history with, but if you can help the club to win a Champions League, and if you feel it's the time for you to go, then at least you've cemented your status at the club. We've seen so many young players come in and then they've gone over and they regret going over because they may have won it at our rivals.
But it's not all what it's about winning trophies. Because he won the Champions League.
It is, but if you're saying that how your heart's with Arsenal and also you get swayed by the shiny, glittering thing, then legendary status. I feel like legendary status cements you more with the fans. And of course, if you go on and win other honours with other clubs, okay, fair enough. But at least you did it with us, and you don't have the nagging. I think now some of these players, when they go to sleep at night, it's always a nagging feeling that actually I wish I could have done it with Arsenal. So
anyway, talking about players coming to Arsenal, Donny van der Beek, according to this report, I'm not going to mention the podcaster's name, but apparently, the domestic rivals Arsenal have reported made a contact with Manchester United Chiefs over a possible summer transfer of midfielder Donny van der Beek, who possibly at the time he was linked to Arsenal before he made a decision to join Manchester United. God, talking about regrets. Talk about regrets. Oh my
Regrets?
goodness.
I've got a few.
Oh, dear
That song?
me. Still aged only 24. Listen. Again, transfer news, silly season.
Yeah.
I don't really believe that.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah. And last but not least, talk about an invincible. Patrick Vieira has been linked with the job at the Cherries. Bournemouth. I was thinking, but Thierry Henry was also linked with the job at Bournemouth.
I think that if you're going to be, like I said before earlier, to me it's a conflict of interest, but you feel it's not going to be.
But how's it a conflict of interest?
I still feel like if you're interested in Arsenal, getting Arsenal sorted,
yeah,
that's fine. But then if you're going to
from
start managing,
an advisory position.
but we don't know how in depth the advisory position could be. Could be if it's supposed it's full time, then you can't devise your time between trying to establish Arsenal while you're managing a championship side who need your attention, and also them to try and get back into the Premiership.
But that's the problem. We're making assumptions. We don't know.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What position he will have under the consortium with Daniel Ek. Let's go into a live chat just for the last time. The hour has gone. Well, almost.
Wow.
It's gone very, very quick. So, where's my point of reference? Let's see. It was Albert, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Mohammed says Leno can be upgraded.
He can be. The player that Arsenal have been linked with is Andre Onana, the goalkeeper, Ajax goalkeeper. Drug banned.
Did he have his suspension reduced?
Reduced, yeah. So he's still not able to play until November, Ralph. So if we sign him, summer transfer window.
Goalkeeper that's not going to be playing.
When does the season start? August.
That's all right.
October.
That's all right. What we can do, we can play without a goalkeeper. That's right. That's how we used to.
Take it serious for a moment, then, man.
we play rush goalie. Anyone can be a goalkeeper.
There you go.
The takeover will happen, says Anthony.
Yeah, £2 million is
billion.
not
2 billion.
2 billion is not going to be enough to.
No.
To
I think 3.5 to 4 starts the conversation.
Yeah, I'm thinking between 4 and 5, Ralph.
To actually take over.
No, to get the Cronkies thinking.
I think 3 to
really
3.5 4 3.5 4 billion would get the conversation going. But to buy out the club, it'd be maybe 6.5 billion. I don't think he's got that amount of money. But so he's gonna have to go again. You have to have build a consortium.
And that's what I said. Who was saying that he doesn't have that? Oh, it was Arsenal Alex. But with people who are rich, they use other people's money. They don't use their own money. You know, the consortium. It depends how high he'll be willing to go, isn't it?
Yeah, and who can get in.
AFC Stevie says 6. You can finish 6 next season. Okay. But you're not going to say, are you? You're going to wait and see.
I'm going to wait and see what the transfer window is going to how it ends, and then I'll give my prediction. Mohammed says, "Are you okay with our back line? We've got Saliba out. If Saliba comes in, Gabriel, Tierney, Holding is there. I think I'll give Holding another season. I would, because he gives he when he's on it, he's on it. When he's not on it, then it's quite obvious. Chambers, I think Chambers potentially. I would have got rid of Chambers last season. I think I might get rid of him actually this season.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get rid of him this season.
Ruthless, man. Ruthless.
Yeah.
Colin says, see, Ralph is crossing his fingers. He's on the edge, hoping silly season brings us good things. You're hoping for some signings, Ralph.
That's no, I'm hoping that we some exits.
Oh, right, okay.
I want the exits out. When I see enough exits out, then that means that we frees up the wage bill, and then potentially maybe we can get one or two players. But until then, let's get those who should be going gone.
Yeah. Ralph, the way you said "be excited,"
I'm sorry. It was why I was sarcastic. But if you remember when Josh said it, whenever an American says that, I always tend to think, really, because we're Arsenal fans from Arsenal fans from day dot. You know, from my history where we both lived. This is an American trying to pull the wool over our eyes,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it doesn't work.
yeah. If our players had actually tried in every game, I think we would have finished higher.
Yeah. Saying that though, Arteta, the way Arteta sets us up, if you're gonna tinker the team every match,
Yeah.
then he's responsible as well.
One says again, remind everyone, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Make sure you turn on all the notifications. None of this custom stuff. All notifications. Also, Monty, can you put the link for your YouTube channel in the live chat so people can go over and subscribe to your channel? And Terry says, "Bless you, Ralph."
Oh,
at you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, actually, yeah. Did you say?
No, I didn't.
No. Thank you, Terry. Thank you.
Sanderberg is better than Basuma, in my opinion. Well, that's your opinion. That's okay. Any news on Andre Onana to Arsenal? Well, like we've just said, personally, I don't want a player who's going to come to Arsenal with that dark cloud over him.
Baggage.
Yeah, sign him in.
But can't play. So rush goalkeeper.
Nah, for me, no. For me, no. Pesci says, please, what does Mikel Arteta, what's he waiting to sign players? And the Cronkies don't want to sell, then what now? Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Again, the transfer window this is the first week just gone now. The transfer window, so you have to wait and see. I know it's early days, but for me, Arsenal rushing at 11th hour to sign players.
And the thing with that kind of mentality is that all the other clubs can sense that as well, and then they feel that they can sense our desperation, so then they can either higher the asking price, the bargain price, or lower the prices on the players that we want to exit out the club. We're at a desperation stage when really we should be cool, calm, ruthless, get in there, get the job done. So then, we can start focusing on the system we want to play from the first match of the season.
Dear. Nico Richard says, why don't Arsenal get Jack Grealish? Because we can't afford him. And why would he want to come to Arsenal? A club that is not in European football. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Any news on Alexander Isak to Arsenal? I did a video a couple of days ago, so look on the platform. It's right there. It's right there. But Hamid says Holding must be sold, as well as Kolasinac and Cedric. Cedric gave him a 4-year deal. Didn't play towards the end.
Much.
Oh my goodness. Arsenal family with what deal is almost?
Arsenal family. Which deal is almost?
Oh right. Okay. Well, Xhaka is out. Guendouzi is agreed personal terms. The other player most likely to go might be Bellerin. We're hoping. I prefer Onana to Leno. That man is good, Gunners. Yeah, for me, not of that dark cloud. No.
We've had too many players with dark clouds, and they proved themselves that they're dark clouds for a reason. Tell you what, any news on who's paying the 22 million fine the Kronkers got us for joining the ESL? They said they were only going to pay some of it. There we go. There you are. Rather than saying, you know what, I own that and I'll take it on board, they say, oh no, hang on, is somebody else can? It's like eating a meal and expecting somebody to pay for you.
That's good analogy, Ralph. That's a good one, man. Only problem with Onana is his ban. Can we afford to take him on and not pay? I don't think we can. Yeah, he'll be available in November. No.
And by November, we tend to know roughly how the rest of the season is going to go. Yeah.
CD says, keep holding.
Yeah, keep holding, but Chambers.
That's split across six clubs. Yeah, that £22 million is divided amongst the so-called big six. Excuse me, sorry about that. Hit the likes, people. Bring him in. No, it's not. It's not. The £22 million is
Each
that
club.
fine is for
Yeah.
divide amongst the six clubs there.
Which players do Arsenal want to sign exactly because they're making a lot of contacts with players I don't understand. We keep on saying the same thing,
Yeah.
you know. Exit players, free up the money, and then get one or two and play the kids.
So it says, well done, the pair of you. A great show. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
that, Terry.
Thank you.
We'll be looking out for you in the Congo line, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to
I was thinking
keep.
about where obviously it's towards the end, isn't it? When we've realised that we won. I'm thinking, about,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Anyway, I'll look out for that.
What was he wearing?
What was you wearing, Terry? What are you wearing?
Very descriptive, so we can actually say, "Hey," and we can actually feature it somewhere.
Colin says, imagine a stadium chanting, "Oh na 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 na," like that song, Wild. Oh no no no
Oh
no
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 no no
no
no
no no
no!
no.
He's oh no, what's he doing?
Right, I've just received my flag. Come on, I need to wind it up now. Massive shout out to our 11,600 strong subscribers and followers on all platforms. Without you, there could never ever be a Cannon for TV. Sadik says a takeover could happen in 5 years.
Hopefully, a lot less. I suppose it depends how desperate, or they're waiting for that ESL to.
So if you like, smash the likes,
Awesome.
people. Let's wrap up very quickly. Next season, we will win the quadruple, and Montgomery will be top scorer.
I tell you what, that'd be amazing. She'd be a legend.
There you go. Monty's put the link for his channel, guys. Go. It's very easy. Just click the link, go to his channel, and subscribe. That says Alex Rafa Chambers has 1 year left on his contract.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Big kids. Majide says Alex and Rafa hope to see Saka play tonight.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to play. It's especially if he's still trying to get over his injury. I don't think he's going to play tonight.
It won't happen.
Southgate's got his 11 and his favourites.
Majid also goes and say, I don't mind Van der Beek. He's a good player. That is wasted at United. I can't attempt to agree with you. I didn't need him, but if he's going to cost more than 30 million and have high wages, then no. I think we should have got a top 4 if we were not for all them red cards. Bye bye, Louise and Shaka. At least 15 points saved next season.
That's actually a great point.
Do you think the Cronkies are holding out to turn the Emirates into a massive Sainsbury's?
You can never ever say no to extra money coming at a different kind of business model. So they're business people, aren't they, the Cronkies?
Wow.
So it wouldn't surprise me.
Scary.
And then and also scary, but supposing they say, all right, let's go back to the hybrid because we need to save money.
Yeah, I did say it, didn't I?
You did.
I think getting Onana for 7 million would be smart move. We would get 30 million keeper for so cheap, and we would get Ryan and put him in goal until Onana is back playing. Anthony says, what if Arsenal start really badly during the first few games of the season? Will that push the Cronkies at a tipping point? Nah.
No, if they've been as unexcited and not moved during this period in time, so what's going to change?
Not much. Actually, Raf, what is your prediction for the England lineup for tonight? I'm going for 2-2.
To be honest, don't know what the lineup is because it has changed quite a few times. And score wise, it's very important. Like I said earlier, that we got to you can't lose your first match. It's at Wembley. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on those young players as well. And Croatia is not a joke team. So any kind of mistake, I want us to draw, but I would trust me. I would not be surprised if we did lose the first match.
You know what I think,
It
innit?
won't surprise. Oh, I know you. You
I
said
just don't care.
you don't care.
I don't care.
But it won't surprise. It won't surprise me if England did lose the first match, and they will have it all to do against Scotland and all to do against the Czech Republic. And sometimes when the backs are against the wall, that's when they tend to show up.
Mm.
So yeah, it's very important. Southgate will be saying to them it's very important, but because they're at home,
Oh yeah.
they're at home. It's gonna be a very pressurized 90 minutes. So fingers crossed. But I think a draw would be for me wouldn't be such a bad result. But if it goes the other way, it means that they have to win the next two matches.
Pressure's on.
Yeah.
Actually, he says Saka is sub today.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Great show, Alex and Ralph, aka the Dynamic Duo.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Rather than Bonnie and Clyde. And two Ronnies.
I thank you to the goodness here with us. So that's my last flag. I've got to wrap it up. Ralph, I have to go, boys. Take care.
That's
all right, guys. Nice one. So I'm going to put this up, guys. So we are done and dusted. We're going to be making our way now to the Emirates, broadcasting from there. Hoping to see if we're going to see someone there. I'm sure we'll be seeing people there.
We'll see people
skating, roller skating around, and people
enjoy the sun. Enjoy the weather where you guys are. Enjoy, being with your family and your friends, watching the Euros, and if you're out around the stadium, if you're going to buy a merchandise, I will hold my judgment.
So we're done. We're done this one. The catch up, the Sunday catch up.
Sunday catch up
Seems to be a popular show quickly on Canon 42, but I do enjoy chatting with my brother.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we don't always agree on everything, which is okay. I will be back tomorrow afternoon. So I'm back in my placement. I enjoy being back in my placement.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm back to work tomorrow, and no doubt my mates will either rib me or avoid me, depending on the on the England match. So yeah.
Me. So look forward to see us in roughly an hour's time going live broadcasting outside the Emirates. Again, we're not going to be able to interact in the live chat because we're going to be panning around the camera and talking and commenting on what we're seeing. Well, there's going to be a lot of action. Yeah, around there. Anyway, guys, those of you kind of tuning in for the first time, make sure it's not the last time. Please be part of the community over here on Canon Fodder TV. Actually, if you've been wondering what you've been watching Canon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this